up, sweetie too?
Did you drive my truck?
No.
Did anybody?
No.
No, I just went outside to get my glasses for my truck, and 2 cop cars pulled up, and they were like, we got a call about this truck being suspicious, and that there was a male driving it who seemed distraught. And it has California plates, so they were concerned about the truck.
That's weird.
I've literally parked, I moved in yesterday, but I've parked in the same place for the past 6 months. I've been here every day. Like, nobody has driven this truck. And they're like, is your boyfriend didn't drive it? And I was like, I don't think so. I drove it this morning, and then I parked here, and that was it.
Did you?
And he was like, well, is your boyfriend okay? And I was like, everybody's okay. Like,
wait, am I live?
yeah, I'm live.
Keep you for a sec.
Chat. Mitch drove my truck this morning, and his neighbors are so fucking crazy that they saw someone else driving a car that has been here, but they're like, it's California plates, it's a truck, there's a guy in it, call the police. And then the cops were like, yeah, we get calls like this a lot. Neighbors really just like to look out in this neighborhood. Anything that may, California plates, stuff in the back, because I'm moving, so like the bed of my truck is netted with shit in it. And he was like, yeah, just anything that raises an eyebrow. I guess they were just concerned because they're not used to seeing this car in the neighborhood. Are you fucking kidding me? What a waste of their time. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. All right. Mitch called Mitch and he was like, oh, I was shirtless. All right, well, glad we sorted that out. Thank you for being here. Welcome to my channel. All right, I'm just gonna make some pasta. I don't even know where everyone is. I'm the only one home. These neighbors are so crazy. I can't with living in suburbs. It's why I do not live in the boondocks, but I like more space. Oh my God, I can tell you now about why I hate my house so much. Right? I moved out of my house. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, there's this joke about like, oh my God, your landlord's here again. So let me start off. When I got the house, the landlord had a bunch of stuff to fix in the house when I moved in. So he would come to fix it, but he would come at he'd be there until 9 p.m. And he was just always there, and it was so loud and so annoying, and my dogs freaked out every time he was there. And it was but it was only the first couple months that he was in there. Let me tell you why I continued hating my house. And it's not really because of my landlord. It kind of is, but not really. It's an Airbnb. So, okay, the upstairs is an Airbnb. This is why I couldn't tell you. The upstairs is an Airbnb, and the downstairs I leased. I had a 6-month lease. But the upstairs, so I was like, and it has one entrance. And when I started the lease, I was like, it's a good distance. I like the backyard. I'm just going to do it. It's Corona. People aren't really going to stay at an Airbnb right now. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. For the first 4 months or something, there was 2 guests, I think, total. And they stayed for a weekend, right? Like an Airbnb should. The last 3 months that I've been in that house, 3 months, it has been rented out by one man. One adult man. I get a text from my landlord, and he's like, yo, by the way, he's going to be there until November 1st. Or no, December 1st. He was like, he's going to be there until December 1st. 3 months prior to December 1st. I was like, what? Who rents an Airbnb for that long? I have a fucking roommate. This is not what I signed up for. If I knew that I was going to be sharing an entrance and living in a house with just one other adult man, I would never have signed that lease. It was fucking creepy as hell. And I never talked to him. Not once. I avoided him like the fucking plague. We shared an entrance. I wouldn't leave if I knew he was home. I would like walk out super fast. And the entrance, oh my God. This was the worst part. So there's a front door, a big hallway, my door, and stairs right here. Okay, wait. Front door, my door, and then there are stairs up here to his door, to the upstairs, and there's whatever. And the hallway has one light. And you can only turn it on from one side. The side being this one. So when you walk in, you have to walk through this dark, completely enclosed, no windows hallway in an entrance that we both share. How fucked up is that? I hated it so much. And that's why I couldn't sleep at my house by myself. I could, and I did a couple times, but that's why I started coming here so much, is because I was freaked out. Because there's this, 65, 70-year-old, no, it's probably 60 to 65-year-old dude that lives right above me and basically has access to my house. I mean, he has access to my house. We share an entrance, he can get in the backyard, no problem. It just fucking freaked me out. And he's seen me drive away, so I knew that he knew, that I was a young woman. It was just so uncomfortable. And it's not like anything on that guy. He totally could have been a nice guy. But it just made me so uncomfortable. As a 22-year-old woman, I'm not interested in living with an old man that I don't know at all. So it fucking sucked. That's the story. But that's also why I couldn't tell you when I was there, because I was not going to say my house is an Airbnb. Because then it narrows it down. Anyway. Yeah, so my landlord was also annoying as hell. And he did show up, and he had painters at my house. He wouldn't tell me when painters would come to my house. So there would be painters in my backyard. When I was in the bathtub, there's a window above my bathtub. I'm in the bathtub, and I just see a shadow come above the window because he's on a fucking ladder. And I'm in the bath. And I was like, who the fuck is that? I thought someone was breaking into my house. And then I see a paint roller. And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. You're not going to tell me that there are people in my backyard? So fucked up. Yeah, and my landlord flooded my house once. He charged way too much. Way too much. I mean flooded, chat. When I say flooded, I mean it started raining in my home. Because they were working on the upstairs and a pipe broke. And water was falling through my light fixtures. Not sprinkling, streaming through my light fixtures, into my hallway, into my bedroom. There was that. And my landlord would just come over, to work on stuff. And he would work on stuff upstairs, so he wasn't in my house, but he would go through our front door, and he'd just be upstairs, hammering shit until 9 p.m., as if I wasn't fully aware that he was there. It was just, not the best. Here I am. And now I have lovely neighbors. You know what else the neighbors did the other day? We got a dumpster out there, and the neighbors, Matt and I were coming inside, and they stopped Matt, and this woman stopped Matt, who lives next door, and she was like, when is this getting picked up? It had only been there for 2 days, and I guess she just thinks that it looks ugly. She was like, when is this getting taken? And Matt was like, oh, I don't know, a few days. And she was like, well, I just wanted to know because the homeowners association came to my door to ask me. And I was like, no, they did. What? The fuck do you mean? They knocked on your door and they were like, hey, do you know when your neighbor's dumpster is getting picked up? Because it just looks really ugly here. That's basically what she said. She was like, yeah, they came to my door and they asked, so I just wanted to know because they're kind of concerned about it. And we were both just no, they did not. We've got no notices, obviously. It's only been there a few days. We've got no notices. You're allowed to have a dumpster that gets picked up and pulled away. It's fucking so cringe, dude. I cannot believe. I cannot believe. And my truck, too. Oh my god, so stupid, dude.
Nintendo was shot by skeleton.
Get better content.